to the blowpipe. Now, blowpipes made from river cane, these ones. I suppose you could always make it from bamboo as well, but it'd be harder to work with because bamboo's that much tougher. The river cane's a bit easier. And what you need to do is you need to there's river cane all over the coast here. There's river cane inland. There's river cane all over the world, I suppose. Blowpipes, they've used them in the Amazon. They use them in Australia. They use them all over the world for hunting. These are quite small blowpipes, and these are blowpipes obviously that I've put together, then I've varnished them because I use them in classes such as today, just to show people, you know, what a blowpipe is and how good it is and what it's useful for, and basically how to make one. So you're going to get some river cane. You're going to go into a river cane area and you're going to pull out some cane, preferably as straight as you can find it, okay? And when you get it, it's going to be green, all right? So a river cane blowpipe is something that you make in time, all right? It's going to take about 2 or 3 months to dry out. During that time, you might have to heat it over a fire a few times and straighten it out because it might start to bend, okay, such as cane does, and wood, all types of wood, even though river cane is actually a grass, not a wood. It's actually a grass, part of the grass family, and so is bamboo. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to get your cane. You can make a blowpipe on the fly. I mean, on the fly being, you could make a blowpipe right now on this beach and make a dart and hunt a pigeon or a rabbit with it on this beach. You could do that. But the blowpipe would start to bend. It would start to, you'd have to use it for a couple of days, chuck it away, make another one, chuck it away. Making a blowpipe on the fly is just something you'd use maybe for a couple of days to hunt with in a survival situation. If you're in a long-term survival situation, you want to make yourself a blowpipe that's a lastable blowpipe. One that, I mean, this has been, I've had this for several years now. Okay, it's quite a small blowpipe. Blowpipes normally want to be up to about 8 foot tall, so about twice the length of this. So you're talking about this length, all right? It's just the longest type of blowpipe you can get. But this one I just use for practice and for showing people. Now, making a blowpipe is hard. Like I said, you want to dry it out. You want to heat it over fire so that you can manipulate it and straighten it. Then once it's ready for usage, all right, you want to basically get a very, very sharp knife or a razor blade or the sharpest object you can find and slice it down the middle perfectly, all the way down the middle. You open it up and then you get the knots. Okay, you need to remove the knots with either sandpaper, or in a survival situation you'd use maybe sand with a stone and just sand it down until it's lovely and smooth on the inside. And in a survival situation you then need to make a glue such as pine pitch, and then with pine pitch you can glue it together, and then maybe you'd make some cordage and wrap it with cordage to keep it firm, keep it tight, and then you've got yourself a good blowpipe. All right. Okay, the darts that I've got here, as you can see, here's a dart which I've made up from an old knitting needle that I found in the bins. Okay, a bit of a sleeping mat, camping mat, and some feathers off a pigeon. All right, for example. You can also make it out of any decent hard wood. So you've got olive wood around here, you've got almond trees. Pine would be all right, but it's quite a light wood, but you could use it a few times, I suppose. But if you wanted to make a dart which you're going to use several times, and a good strong dart which could stick in another bit of wood or stick into an animal preferably, you want to make it out of a hard wood. Okay, so I've got here some of these practice darts that I've got. It's all right, leave that. These are made out of camping mats, Mercadona supermarket plastic bag, okay, on the end, okay, as its feathers, all right, and just a knitting needle again, which all these knitting needles, I found like 3 or 4 of these in the bin. I'll demonstrate now, okay. The power actually behind these blowpipes is quite incredible. Once you've made a blowpipe and used it and played around with it, you'll realize it's quite capable of taking down a pigeon, a rabbit, especially if you get it in the head and the neck. Do you know what I mean? It's a pretty good weapon. Rats, lizards, big insects, you know, I suppose even fish on the top of the water. You know, fish coming up on the top of the water would be good for them. Okay, pretty good grouping there that I've got, and if you come with me, bring the camera with me, you'll see how deep these darts are going in. I mean, especially the first one here. If you look here and get the camera here, I mean, this has gone into that a long way, all right? And this is a tough foam, but this could represent, you know, an animal's outer skin. Okay, a rabbit's got soft skin, and pigeons and stuff like that. But let me take it, come back a bit further now, and I'll show you the distance that you can actually shoot these things from. So let's say we're at about 15 meters now, or 10, 12 meters, let's say. That's the wrong end. Missed. Don't worry about it, we'll find it. Oh, right, you want to cut side.
Yeah.